Hey everyone, I'll before starting out, I'll want to put something forward. I uh, I do think a lot on different stuff and try to understand the different people's perspective. Accumulating all of that with my experience of Google Summer of Code and open source for like 2 to 3 years now, I would try to yeah, in short, try to give you guys my in general whole idea about GSOC and open source and everything I could wrap my head around to understand how this actually helps in your career and what's the point of open source or contributions in general. So starting with my introduction, currently I'm in my final year. I started contributing to Rocket.Chat in 2023. Actually, not even 2023, like around 2022 in the end, my October, December. So I was in my second year exploring stuff and I got to know about Rocket Chat from a LinkedIn post by Siddharth. He was another GSOC alumni. And I saw his project and it was really fascinating that the kind of work he has done. In that year, I opted for GSOC. I submitted a proposal. I made good proposal, POCs, but I didn't got selected. But followed by it, I got another internship, and in the 2024, I finally got selected. And this time, I I was highly recommended by Cindy and my mentors that okay, you did good work, and I got really nice reviews from my mentors, and the overall work I did was really good in their opinion. After that, I interned in middleware. It's a cool startup. One of our alumni works there as well. And I worked there for 5 to 6 months. It was an in-office opportunity. I learned a lot there. And I'm currently working at another company. And yeah, you can see about that on my social. But in short, what I have observed, software engineering and your career, everything generally stands on two pillars. It's your skills, the things you know, and your network. People who know you know something, right? So both of these things are greatly enhanced and improved by your open source contributions, by the things you do in open source. How exactly? Let's see about that. So for open source, uh, the just turn off everything, every else opportunity, things, courses, or anything you see online, and think about it. The people who have built, let's say, Rocket Chat, middleware, or any big tech startup, people who actually build it, you can get a chance to actually work with them and solve a particular problem. The fact I can actually do that, I can reach out to a really smart guy and work with him. In itself is like an opportunity I couldn't miss ever. And open source provide you that for free. Like you don't have to pay for it. You can just go learn from them and build stuff with them, right? And each of the seniors would have their own perspective on the things they have done, how they have done it, what were the reason of them making a decision and not making another one. You'll slowly and steadily understand their perspective, and you'll grow as an engineer while you work with them. And few things that I recently realized, like how open source would expose you to stuff you could have never explored your own. For example, optimization, testing, and in general, thinking about a software from a user perspective. These are some of things that you could have never achieved on your own while you're working on a small project or in your college years. So open source gives you that access to that opportunity, that learning skill, the way people are thinking before building a software, the how they actually solve the whole problem, and why they just do the thing the way they have done and not the other way around, the way you thought it could be built. So all of these things you learn, and it's for free. Anyone can. you just go and learn by just contributing, right? About networks. So, um, as I told, the chance of working with seniors is it in itself is a great opportunity. But other than that, let's assume you have a decision in your career to make or some advice you want from someone and anything. It could be the questions you guys are asking right now. These are some questions that could really impact your career if you have a great guidance or someone who can give advice on something. So open source give you access to these type of seniors. For example, Filthy, Singli, Murtaza Samad, Mustafa, everyone who have years of experience. They have built amazing softwares in their past. They are open to give you advice, tell you suggestions. This in itself uh, is another great networking thing that you will gain out of open source, other than just a Google Summer of Code tags. Obviously, you should have built a healthy relationship. So, not building a relationship for sake of knowledge of referral or advice, but actually knowing uh, knowing them, working with them, and learning from them. The whole thing would itself will open a lot of different opportunities. So, in my experience, I remember after my Google Summer of Code, I was mostly trying to figure out another opportunity where I could work and actually gain some real world experience, work as an intern at some place. And a lot of use of alumni and the people I got to know when I was contributing helped me with that. Like they they see my resume, they know my work, they know me, and they will refer me and at least point out to me a company or place where they know that there might be an opportunity. So this is something that you would not expect from someone to do. But if you're good, you uh, have shown your work enough, you'll get this type of opportunities. So everything is good. It sounds amazing, but there's a catch. It's simple, but it's not easy at all. So especially in my case, not in my case, like everyone have put in hours or hours, days or months of trying to build a project. Like your Google Summer of Code project itself is a 2.5 month task. You will put your months of effort into a simple project, and you're thinking about it for like 2 to 3 months from past. It's 4 to 5, 6 months of effort that you put. So it's not easy. And a lot of problems you'll see like it just feels like you can't solve this problem. It just feels impossible. You can't do this. But from mentors' advice, from the guidance, and from the not only the code you have in Rocket.Chat, you'll go and explore the whole GitHub. Everyone's have done solve the similar problem somewhere. You get inspiration from that, and one way or another, you finally solve the problem. And something that people don't expect, you'll feel a lot, and that's okay. I failed tons of interviews. That I failed in Go Summer 2023, but more or less, it doesn't matter. As soon as you're working, you are putting your efforts, one way or the another, you'll get the result of it. For example, a lot of you guys are competing right now to get selected into GSOC. I would say, even if you don't get selected, the work and the knowledge you've gained is more valuable than anything else you could have done. So don't feel bad about it. One way or the other, you'll gain. So it's either you learn or you uh, win, right? There's no loss. So if it's that hard, what's the secret formula or magic formula? Why is some people going to open source and succeeding? So the only magic formula you will heard from everyone that just stick to it. No matter it takes a month or year or two, you just stick to it. You keep contributing, learning, committing, understanding things, and one way or the another, you'll get the result of it. Maybe you don't get direct result like a job or internship like Abhinav or someone else, but you'll get the knowledge, you'll get the skills that would lead you to a better career later on. So yeah, I'm quite sure the guys who think are too smart, like they are doing some crazy stuff you can't even understand. They at some point were too naive or dumb about something that you are too. So the only reason they are smarter and they know stuff is they were committed to it. They have put years and years of efforts to get where they are right now.